Man, there's nothing much more painful than the inability or the incapability of not being able to provide for your loved ones. Ish, it's painful, man, in a sense. When do you see that if you had money, there would be bread on the table, there would be cheese, there would be, uh, we would not be waiting for somebody to come back from work for us to have food on the table, dog. There's nothing much more painful than seeing your loved ones cry about money and you as a man, you see you're incapable of doing something like that. Because I'm 21, eh? I do not see myself as a child. I see myself as a man now. You understand? I'm getting into that phase. I have to get there. I have to force myself to get there, dog. You understand? I have to go inside that phase, you understand, of life, dog. Yes, I'm young. Some people might say you're still young, dog. Enjoy life and all that. No, I'm preparing while I'm still young. I'm forcing myself to become a man because there's a difference between an adolescent, a toddler. Let me not start with a toddler. We're too far. Adolescent, a young adult, and a man, they all think differently. You know what I'm saying? You might find a toddler who is 30. You might find an adolescent or a teenager at the age of 40. You understand? You can also find uh, a man who is 19. You understand? So I'm trying to be a man because uh society wants us to think that you only become a man once you're 20 something, 30 something, and all that. You understand? But I think we are shifting from that now to something like if you do not have money, you're not a man. You understand? We're shifting to money. You understand? Which shows that money is important, dog. We live in a society now where a man who decorated himself with money. Okay, let me not say a man. A boy can decorate himself with money and he'll be crowned a man when actually no, he's not a man. He's just a young boy. You understand? You find like we're in a society now where the definition of man is financial capability. You said we measure manhood by how much people make and all that. You have That's life right now. That's the contemporary life, dog. But we're not there. That's not the reason why I made this video. Yeah, there's nothing much more painful than like not being able to provide for your family, dog. I force myself to become a man. I force myself to uh become the frame, like this that the frame that is built by society to define a man, you understand. I try to be within that. I try to be, yeah, within that, let me put it like that. You understand? I try to put myself there, you understand, inside that frame, dog, inside that room of like man, dog, you understand. Like I try to force myself to become a man. What is a man in my own way? It's somebody who is responsible, financially capable, as the society defines it. You have, as a society defines it, and each and everything. You understand? I want to be a man. I don't want to be a young boy. I don't want to be a young boy who chases stupid shit and all that. I want to be a man. I want to be financially capable. I want to provide for the people I love. I want to be the kind of brother. I want to be the kind of uncle. I want to be the kind of uh, son. Love. I almost said daughter. Like what the fuck? What the fuck my head? What the fuck am I thinking? Why was that suggested to my head? But I want to be that kind of person when people cry about anything. Like people who are genuine with me, like people who love me sincerely, dog. You dog, genuinely, dog. They don't lie to me and all that. You have people who love me genuinely, dog. I want them to, whenever they cry to me, I'll be like, cool, I'm gonna do it for you, dog. Let's go. I just lost my phone. Let's buy a new one. I wanna be that kind of person to each and everyone in my family, and I am gonna become that person, bro. Because with this, I have all the power, bro. I know, dog. With that, I have all the power, dog. Listen, I have unlimited. There's unlimited money there, dog. I just have to find a way to get it, dog. You love. But there's nothing much more painful, bro, than being incapable of like providing for your family, dog. Whenever there's bread needed, kids are hungry and all that, you are incapable of doing like that. That's painful, dog. I'm gonna make sure that nobody suffers from something like that in life. It's gonna be hard, but yeah, man, I'm already depressed. I'm already fucked up mentally. So why don't I just fuck myself up by making more fucking money, dog? Fuck it. Cheers, dog.